This episode is brought to you by Metal Central.
Metal Central, located in Jasper, is your source for metal roofing that lasts a lifetime. Metal Central also offers metal building packages, custom trim, doors, and more to complete any job. Call Metal Central for a quote today. 205-385-7575. That's 205-385-7575.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Game Managers Podcast, where we talk Alabama and Auburn and SEC football every week. This is a special bonus episode. My name is Nick Norris. I'm a sports writer for a number of websites, and with me, as always, are my great friends, Auburn fan Justin Knight.
How's it going, guys?
And Alabama fan Aaron Patterson.
Hello.
I thought you were going to burp there. I wasn't expecting.
Oh, no.
He burped about 3 times before we hit record, so I was anticipating
disgusting.
another one. Well, all right, so, Justin, you're back with us, man. You missed the last episode.
I know, it's great to be back.
You somebody sold you fake LSU Alabama tickets, the ones from last year, and you drove all the way to Baton Rouge. You didn't realize it's in Tuscaloosa.
Yeah, I don't really keep up with football much. I kind of just say a bunch of baloney every week, so I don't know what was going on.
That makes so much more sense.
Yeah, so now you understand why everything I say is total crap. So.
Yep, you heard it here, folks. You heard it here first. Nothing left. We can quit now. My whole purpose in this was just to prove that he's an idiot.
Well,
because last time he was actually on the show and didn't buy fake tickets. He's talking about putting an 8-4 Northwestern in a college football playoff. So
I mean, yeah, I'm an idiot.
Justin,
let's go ahead and start with that.
Were you able to listen to this most recent episode?
I've not been able to listen to it yet.
Okay. Well, he's talked a lot of smack about you. That's why I was wondering.
Oh, okay. Well, that's why I haven't watched it yet. I guess I need to tune in. I'm not really a dedicated fan.
Yeah, you're not a big fan.
No.
Football or the show, or both?
Kind of both.
Probably of anything, really.
Yeah. Auburn football, definitely not a fan.
It's understandable.
Yeah.
You're probably a fan of Alabama going down last week to LSU, though.
Man. I don't really know. I didn't really expect that, but like I said,
didn't you pick them to win?
Well, I mean, I didn't expect it to end like the start like that in the first half.
Oh.
But
yeah, that's pretty.
Well, yeah, like I said, if LSU would score in their first drive, they would win, and sure enough, they did. So they came to play, and it was finally a different LSU team. They weren't conservative. They kept pushing and pushing. Even in the second half, when Alabama made adjustments because the LSU defense, I was amazed at how they played. I know Tua is not 100%, but they did great in the first half, holding Alabama to 13 points. And
so what was your impression of that game, and what do you think? How bad of a loss is this for Alabama? How deadly is this?
For LSU, I think this shows that I wouldn't be surprised if they win it all. They're my pick right now with the teams they've beat and how they've looked in every game. I know their defense is something to worry about, but they're going to score points every week, and I was impressed how they came into Tuscaloosa and scored 46 points. I wouldn't have expected that. And
most scored on Saban since he's been there.
Yeah, I know. And that's been back-to-back years. You had Clemson and now LSU, so some things going on with the defense. But I think with Alabama, knowing Alabama's luck, there's going to be teams that lose, and they'll find a way to make it in there. But this is my opinion. With their strength of schedule, and if the other teams keep winning out, I think, say this happens. It's just a scenario. That's not good for Alabama. If Georgia wins the SEC championship, beats LSU, Alabama's not making it in. It'll be Georgia, LSU, Clemson, Ohio State.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And then if, say, Oregon wins the Pac-12 and, the other Clemson, Ohio State, LSU win out, I think Oregon will make it in over Alabama, just winning the Pac-12 and having that one loss against Auburn.
Yeah. That definitely could happen.
But knowing how it works out for Alabama, they'll be away. Clemson will probably slip up. Knowing Clemson, they'll lose a game. I don't think Ohio State's going to lose a game, though. They're going to go undefeated and win the Big Ten. So it just comes down to Clemson, or that's the only way I see it happening.
Well, you know what I didn't see happening?
What's that?
Arkansas getting blown out by Western Kentucky. I knew they could lose it, but good Lord. And Chad Morris paid the price for that one, and Arkansas paid the price for hiring Chad Morris.
I mean, he can pay just about any price now.
$12 million
really.
with a buyout. His final record 4-18 with the Razorbacks this season. 2-8, 0-6 in the SEC.
Yeah, no SEC wins in his years there.
Yeah, that's no good, is it?
And I was looking at this post that came out about grades they were giving the hiring. Then they gave Arkansas a B+ for hiring Chad Morris.
Yeah.
When they hired him. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That didn't age well, did it?
No, it did not.
Well, who do you guys think should replace him?
Gus Malzahn. He's my number one pick.
Well, he's probably their number one pick too. I've got a list here of some potential picks that Rivals.com put out. They put out 5. Do you want me to just get on this list and y'all can tell me what you think of the choices here?
Yeah, because I don't have a clue to even throw a name out there.
So, first off, I don't think these are in any particular order. They may have been. I jotted them down in my notes. But the first one they listed was Willie Fritz from Tulane.
He's done a pretty good job with Tulane.
The next one, Mike Leach of Washington State.
He ain't coming to Arkansas. No way.
Yeah, no. That'd be a cool hire, but yeah, he's not leaving Washington State.
Yeah, it would be.
He'll leave I think he'll leave Washington State for a better job, but Arkansas is not a better job.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Just because it's in the SEC, it's a death trap. He has a really good football team right now that they win 2 mediocre opponents, and now that all of a sudden they're Pac-12 champions and have a chance at a playoff. So, no way I would leave them.
The next one is Gus Malzahn. We've gave our thoughts about it in detail enough already.
Jerry Jones
in
would
previous
have to.
episodes.
It depends on how bad the end of the season ends for Auburn and how hot his seat gets and how much Jerry Jones wants to open up that pocketbook to donate to the program.
Well, this tells me that he said he's going to donate just about anything if they fired him this early. I mean, they could have waited until the end of December and got a portion of that cut out. But
yeah, that's surprising that they didn't wait until December. I thought he might get fired, but why they didn't wait till December, I'm pretty surprised.
When you lose to Western Kentucky 45-19, I think it's a pretty good idea to go ahead and fire him.
Yeah, but you're already at the bottom of the barrel. It's going to take a couple of years to build the program anyways. Waiting a couple months for millions of dollars, or not even a couple months, it's a month and a half.
Yeah, I guess they want to scoop up somebody.
They'd seen enough.
Before anybody can't. So the next one is Billy Napier of Louisiana Lafayette. And then finally Mike Norvell of Memphis.
That would be a good hire.
Yeah,
He's done a great job with Memphis.
That's another one we mentioned for Florida State as well.
Oh, yeah.
I think they're going to lose that battle to Florida State.
Oh, yeah, I'd go to Florida State.
Yeah,
I don't think Stoops is in it anymore.
No.
His stock has went down a lot.
Yeah, that wasn't a good week for them either. Going down to Tennessee. Jeremy Pruitt's got Tennessee maybe on the right track a little bit, and we'll see.
Which is unbelievable considering the first half of this season.
Yeah.
Could you imagine? I mean, the way we were talking, they weren't going to win an SEC game, and now
they're about to be bowl eligible.
They're going to make a bowl.
You take away 2 close wins, and they have an 8-win season, which is crazy.
I know.
Yeah. Well, we got. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I just said it's hard to believe. I could have never imagined that.
Yeah.
Well, we got. It's going to be a quick bonus episode today. Of course, we're going to break down Auburn, Georgia in detail with guest star Carl Stewart, former Auburn running back, in just a bit. But first, I wanted to go back and look back at our Alabama LSU score predictions. I forgot to do this earlier when we were talking about Alabama LSU. And let's see how they aged.
Let's see how
Justin,
they aged.
You did pretty well, I think.
Yeah. I'd say I was just about spot on.
Aaron, yours was 45-38.
There you go.
Alabama. Mine was 38-32 Alabama. Justin, yours was 38-35 LSU.
All I know is I was the only one that was in the 40s.
So, Justin, you're this week's winner of a brand new episode you can appear on this coming Sunday.
What did you say it was, Justin?
I said LSU would win 38-35.
Which is pretty close.
Not a bad pick.
What was the final score?
46-41,
I believe.
Yeah, so pretty close. 46-41. 38-35, yeah.
We should be keeping track of the picks we make. Next time we do this, next season, we need to keep track of our picks and have, who's the best at the end of the season.
Yeah.
All the SEC picks.
Well, we can do it for this. Well, we got our SEC picks for the season.
No, that one's different, though. That's not who we think is going to win.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
that's just kind of get points.
Yeah. What we'll do is next season we'll do that for every SEC game, but for this year we'll just do the bonus episodes that we predict. So I'll go and listen to the old episodes and get all the scores. And then we'll give one today. But first, let's before we give our scores at the end, let's just get into this game. This Auburn-Georgia game. Justin, on a scale of 1 to 10, how confident are you?
I'm at a 5.
Oh, wow. That's not confident, is it?
I mean, it's right in the middle. I
guess.
Right you are.
I'm kind of leaning if we knowing how our defense is. I mean, Georgia's not going to score many points, but knowing how great Georgia's defense is, Auburn's not going to be scoring many points, so that worries me because I think Georgia will end up winning it in the end just because I have no confidence in our offense, and I feel like we're going to make some turnovers. But I know the defense will come to play, and Georgia's not going to score in the 20s. They'll be held in the teens.
Yeah, this is going to be a low-scoring affair, I feel.
Yeah.
Of course, Georgia's defense is probably the best that we've ever seen in Athens, but they have not allowed a single rushing touchdown this season yet, and Auburn's strength is their rushing on offense.
I think we will score a rushing touchdown.
I think so too.
That'll be our one touchdown, and we'll have a field goal. My final score is Georgia 17, Auburn 10.
Okay, we'll keep that in mind when we do the scores at the very end. So Bo Nix had a much better week. Not this last week because it was a bye, but the week before that, he had over 340 yards passing. Do you think do you think that's going to carry over into this game?
No. He had the same thing with Mississippi State. He had a great game, and then Florida came.
Yeah.
Had a terrible week. Now, the good thing going for Bo is he plays good at home, so we have that going for us. True. I just think Georgia's going to put a lot of pressure on him, and he's going to be flustered throughout the game.
Well, the good thing about this defense that goes in Bo's favor is they're not just a huge turnover defense. They're not known for, they don't get many sacks, really. They don't get many turnovers. They're just a stone wall. It's hard to get through them rushing.
Yeah, you're just not scoring many points. Yeah. So that's what scares me.
On the flip side, how do you think Jake Fromm will fare against the Auburn defense?
Knowing how our DBs are, I think if he has time, he'll be able to have some success. But I know there's not going to be much run game for Georgia. So I really hope we can hold them. If we hold them to 3rd and longs on a majority of the drives, we'll look pretty good. Because, I mean, we know how he's looked this season. He's just average. He hasn't really done anything special this season because they've had a great run game. So I think we'll be able to contain him. It's just depending on if the D-line gets a good rush.
Yeah, I think the key to this whole game is going to be rushing on both sides of the ball. It's going to be whoever can move it more. 3rd downs conversions are going to be huge in this game. Whoever converts the most is going to win it.
And this is just a stat to throw out there for Gus. And I think I told you this earlier in the week. The losses he's had against Georgia since 2013, they've scored 7, 10, 13, 10, 7, something like that.
Yeah.
They haven't scored over 13, which is pretty bad.
Right.
So we'll see what happens.
well, as of the time recording this, Boobie Whitlow is still probably going to come back and play this game. But, of course, we're going to have both him and his name slips me.
DJ Williams.
DJ Williams. Hopefully you have them both in the backfield. That's going to be a pretty sick combo.
Oh, yeah, it'll be a great combination for the next couple of years. But, yeah, even without Boobie playing, I think we'll be fine with DJ and Cam and then Shivers running the ball. So that's a good thing about Auburn. They have a lot of depth. And they also have a Joyner, I think he's a freshman. He's like 6'2", 220 as a running back. He's huge. So hopefully he'll see the ball some too if Boobie's not playing.
Yeah, he can always run around, have Schwartz run around and get a handoff too and fly through
if
there.
They give the ball to Schwartz, we'll see.
Put it in that guy's hands as much as you can.
Yeah.
But I think speed's only going to get them so far in this game. I think this one is really going to be.
Oh, Georgia's really
pounded.
fast on defense too. Yeah. They get to the ball quickly, so.
They do. Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't feel very good.
They're definitely going to have to establish a run game to open up the pass, though, because.
Oh yeah.
If you're putting it all on Bo, I don't have confidence in necessarily getting the job done.
And that's what scares me is what kind of Gus will have those set plays to begin the game, and some of these run plays aren't going to work, and he'll just go away from the run. He'll say, all right, we're going to throw it as much as we can. And we don't have a good pass game. We never really have under Gus, because the routes we have, I mean, they're just not – they don't help out a freshman quarterback. We don't have anything over the middle. It's just all to the outside, and then there's no checkdowns. So hopefully if we get the run game going, then I'll be a little more confident.
Aaron, what do you think about this Auburn offense going up against this Georgia defense?
I think it's equally as bad. I think that both our offenses have not been too hot, especially against good defenses like both of them have. I think Jake Fromm's a little better of a quarterback just because he's more experienced, but
I agree.
Auburn being at home is pretty much evens that out, because Fromm has not been too special lately.
Right.
So I think it's going to be a very good ball game.
Well, both of these coaches are known for calling a couple silly plays in recent years, every once in a while. Of course, Kirby, he's not very good at calling anything on special teams.
No.
And Gus, he gets a little conservative and then maybe tries to get a little cute and does something silly like running a swinging gate or something. So my question is, who will call the dumbest play in this game?
I was going to bring that up, and I don't know.
I would say Gus.
Yeah, I don't know. You're on the road. I feel like Kirby calls his best games at home.
Yeah. That actually was going to come into play stupid. Into my score.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like somebody's going to call a silly play at some point, and it's going to get... Like, I don't mean just like a bad call. I mean something silly, like... sorry, I was getting a call. Like a fake punt or field goal, whatever it was in the SEC championship that Kirby ran last year.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah. So there's also a lot at stake, I feel, for both these coaches, because Kirby's playoff hopes are definitely on the line. If they lose, they don't have a chance. But Gus's job may kind of be on the line, because if he loses this one and then loses the Iron Bowl, I think he's probably out of
He's done.
Auburn. Yeah.
Just with all the tension from the fans, that's just building. Well, it's been building for years now, but yeah, just if you keep on losing those games, you're not going to be there much longer.
Sure. Well, let's go ahead and talk to Carl Stewart. Me and Aaron got to talk to him Sunday. We're recording this on Monday night. Me and Aaron talked to him on Sunday when Justin was still in Baton Rouge.
For the game.
For the game that didn't happen. Yeah. So let's go ahead. We're gonna put that in right here. We're here with Auburn fullback Carl Hollywood Stewart. who played with the Tigers from 2003 to 2007. How you doing, Carl?
I'm doing well. How are y'all?
Oh, we're doing great.
We're good.
Tell us what life is like for Carl Stewart these days.
Well, everything is really good. I'm living in Houston, Texas right now. I'm in my last semester of law school, and nice. Just enjoying life. I've got a wife and a baby, and that's it.
Oh, wow. Congratulations. That sounds like a full life.
Yeah, it's going really well right now.
Good deal. So, you said you got 2 years left in law school, or you're in your second year of law school?
I'm in my last year.
In your last year.
Semester.
Oh, wow. Well, good deal. Awesome.
That's nice.
Well, you told us you'll be flying back from a golf trip later today, and we talked to Carlos Rogers recently, who's also a big golf guy, as is Cadillac Williams, too. Has this 2014 just stuck together and jumped sports from football to golf?
Yeah. I mean, we all love golf. I mean, it's a very relaxing sport, so it's very easy to get into.
Well, we asked Carlos, and we'll ask you, too, who's your favorite professional golfer?
I'm a Rory guy. I think that he's not a young up-and-comer now. He's pretty seasoned, and he's got a solid game.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Cool. Well, I'm not surprised you've remained a sportsman in one way or another over the years, because you were an incredibly versatile athlete back in your playing days. In fact, you were the Tennessee Mr. Football Back of the Year at Maryville High School, and it's there that you acquired your nickname Hollywood. Can you tell us the origin of that nickname?
My uncle gave me that name. I started doing a lot of interviews and was in the paper a lot, and he would always come to my games, and he would always just yell out Hollywood. So that's where that name came from.
Okay. Well, like I said, you were a pretty versatile athlete, more so than most traditional fullbacks even. You were a guy they would line up at fullback for hard-nosed carries or blocks, and tailback for more diverse rushes, and then they'd put you out at receiver to catch some deep bombs every once in a while. How fun did that make offense when you got to jump around the field from position to position?
It was a lot of fun because actually one of the opposing coaches, Steve Spurrier, he came and talked to me when he was at South Carolina. And he said, you just never know where I'm going to end up. So being able to be all over the field for me, it gave me an advantage over everybody else.
I'm pretty sure that was a cool moment when he walked up and said that.
Oh, yeah.
Well, one game you were huge in was the 2007 Cotton Bowl against Nebraska, where you scored the only 2 touchdowns for the Tigers in the hard-fought 17-14 win. Can you walk us through that game? You remember much about it?
I remember everything about that game.
I bet you do.
It was a slow game. It really took us a long time to get ready for that game, and the first half was just all defense. But I got loose a couple of times, and that made the difference in the game.
Well, speaking of big games, I'm sure you watched the Alabama Crimson Tide go down to the LSU Tigers on Saturday, and that feeling Coach Owen, his guys had after the game is a feeling you got to experience every year, all 5 of your college career. What does it mean to you to be undefeated in the Iron Bowl?
It means everything. I think the Iron Bowl is the best rivalry in the country. I've got a lot of family from Alabama, and there are a lot of Alabama fans. So for me, it was really personal. But just to not lose to them, that meant everything for me.
Well, the other big rivalry game for Auburn is coming up this week. Tell us what your impression of the 2019 Auburn Tigers has been so far.
I think they got a long road ahead of them. I think Bo's got some games under his belt right now, but he's got a long way to go to be a game manager. There's just too much talent for the receivers, the running back. Everybody is top notch, and the defense is devastating.
Well, how do you like this matchup for Auburn in the Deep South's oldest rivalry?
I think that we're going to go between the hedges. We're going to win it. I don't think that Georgia has the type of caliber athletes that we have, and I think that Bo's going to come to the occasion. Like I said, he's got a lot of games under his belt. He's
Good deal. Yeah. Well, speaking of Bo, he had a great game last week against Ole Miss. Thanks to the offense installing some shorter receiver routes that I think he was a little more comfortable with throwing. Do you expect to see that confidence and composure kind of carry over into this week's game?
I do, and I think that, like you said, Bo's taking a lot of short shots. We've got Schwartz out there, probably the fastest person on the planet, in my opinion. But I think that Bo's definitely going to take more shots downfield, and that's going to make the difference in the game.
Yeah, Schwartz, you're not kidding. Schwartz is lightning fast.
Yeah.
I've never seen anything like it. Well, this Georgia team is going to cause some problems for that offense, most likely. They've got one of the best defenses we've ever seen in Athens. And they're allowing just 5.57 yards per attempt through the air, 74.8 on the ground rushing, and they haven't allowed a single rushing touchdown at all this season. What is this Auburn offense going to have to do to win this game?
They're going to have to remember their identity. I think that the key to the game is going to be this ground and pound for that first half, and you just got to wear the defense down. I think with Georgia, like you said, their identity is not giving up the rushing touchdowns, not giving up the yardage, but you just got to keep going to the well. We've got a lot of talented running backs, and I think we're going to wear them down. By the third quarter, the defense is going to be tired, and we're going to keep going to the running game, and we're going to take some deep shots with Bo, and I think we're going to put at least 2 or 3 touchdowns on them from the ground.
Yeah, I hope so. I think that I think you're right on the money that they're going to have to establish a strong running attack so that they can open it up for Bo to, maybe lull them to sleep a little bit, running it up the middle a few times, and then just take a shot deep every now and then.
Exactly.
On the other side of the ball, what is the defense going to have to do to keep Jake Fromm and the Georgia offense in check?
The defense just needs to keep doing what they're doing. I've never seen a more dominant front seven in all of my time at Auburn. And it's very reminiscent of that 2014. Carlos Dansby and all those guys. You can't do any better than that defensive line that we've got.
Yeah, they're pretty stout.
Yeah, they're absolute monsters, and I think they're going to come to play, and I think they're going to shut that offense down. Well, finally.
I really hope so.
Oh, I'm sorry. What was that?
I said I really hope so.
Well, finally, do you want to give us a prediction on this, how this game's going to turn out? I know you said they're going to win, but do you have a score or maybe a bold take you want to give us?
Man, I don't know if I want to step out there like that and give you an actual prediction, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to say 35-21.
35-21. You heard it here first. I like that score. I hope that's how it ends up.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Carl, for calling in. We really enjoyed it.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
All right. Well, thank you.
All right.
Take care.
Have a good one.
All right. You too. Take care.
Thank you. Okay. All right. So, Carl Stewart, he gave us a little score there. So, what do you guys think the score is going to be?
Aaron?
Well, what was your score from earlier?
I said Georgia would win 17-10.
Putting that in my notes as we speak. Aaron?
You said Georgia would win.
Yes, I did.
Interesting. I don't know. I feel like for some reason Auburn just is has a lot more to. I don't know. I feel like seeing Alabama lose really boosted them for whatever reason. And if they can play spoiler to Georgia and then get a chance at Alabama, that would give Georgia 2 losses, Alabama 2 losses, and I don't know. I feel like they just are clinging on to something there, and that since it's at home, I think Auburn will pull it out, but I think it's going to be a very good game. I think Kirby might call something stupid. So if something stupid is called and it ends in regulation, I think it will be 23-20.
23-20 Auburn.
If there's not any stupid calls or bad clock management,
we've got two
I
different
think
picks right
it will
here.
be 24-17 in OT.
Okay, well, you can't pick
God.
two, so pick one.
Well, I did,
Yeah.
so.
Well, pick which one do you want me to put down?
I mean,
23-20. That's Aaron's score.
All right.
Yep.
Well, I just want it to be known that if it goes into overtime, it'll be 24-17. So,
Okay.
or 24-20.
Okay, well, I'm going to say my final score is going to be 14-10 Auburn.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So we got two calling for the upset. Me and Aaron both, not the Auburn fan.
I mean, like we said before, I'm the realist. So,
No, you're not. You said Northwestern work it in. You're not. You're
I
not the
was.
realist.
Oh my gosh. How many losses did they have that year?
4. I don't know how many times I got to reiterate that.
Okay, they had 4
4.
once they lost in the Big Ten championship. They would have had 3 if they would have beat Ohio State.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's so much better. A 3 loss. Okay, I'm done. I didn't argue any on the the stuff you said about Alabama. I was trying to be good, but Northwestern really pushes me over the top.
The Alabama stuff makes sense.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
He's
Just
got
wait until
enough
they're not.
editing to do, and this is turning into be way too long, so no comment.
No comment.
All right, well, that basically wraps it up.
That's
for
what
this
an
one.
idiot says.
Justin,
Didn't you call yourself an idiot at the beginning? And said
No.
Okay. No,
Well, we're both idiots now, so.
Justin,
We've always both been idiots.
Justin, bring us home, man.
Bring us home. Thank you to Carl Stewart for calling in and giving his time to us. I bet he had a great interview. This was a great bonus episode covering some stuff for the Auburn-Georgia game. And, well, are we throwing any college football prediction picks in here, or we're just not going to do that?
You talking about for like the
Tomorrow, yeah.
Oh, well, when this comes out, they'll already be out.
That's true. All right, well, do we have a sponsor for this episode?
Yes, it's the same one as last time. You remember?
Metal Central. Thank you once again for sponsoring this episode. You're really helping us out. You're really putting money in our pockets, and we appreciate it.
You're not seeing a dime. What are you talking about?
All your money goes back into boosting. So
Yeah, I know. I was just making them feel good.
that doesn't make them feel good.
I hope y'all have a great rest of the week. Playoff rankings are out tomorrow.
Well, they'll be out.
This will come out, so
This episode will
yeah,
come out
just-
Thursday.
yeah. So the playoff rankings would have been out, so y'all keep up with those.
Y'all keep up with it.
That's their homework. That's the listeners' homework.
Yeah.
Okay.
Send us your emails if you got any. Send us.
Yeah.
some
Where can they
hate
send
mail.
those to?
They can send it to nicknorris@gmail.com.
Now they can send it to GameManagersPod@gmail.com.
I can't say anything more. My throat is killing me now.
Oh,
Y'all have a great week.
No, there's more to the outro.
I'm gonna let Nick take the rest of this.
No.
I'm a little under
Where can they find us on social media, Justin?
You can find us at the Game Managers Podcast on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Patreon, our
you go.
website,
It's
GameManagersPodcast.com.
There you go. Got the website, and then at TGMPod on Twitter, Instagram.
You can listen to us on Spotify.
Anywhere you get your podcasts.
I would prefer the website. Really easy. You just click on it, and it plays it right away. You don't have to download Spotify or create a membership.
There you go.
So, that's really all I got. If you need anything else,
They can
we would
subscribe.
love.
Yeah.
You can subscribe. We would love your donations. $5 if you don't mind.
Mm-hmm.
That's really all I got.
They can buy a T-shirt. TeePublic.com.
Yeah, you can buy a T-shirt. We're kind of upping the prices because we need to see some revenue on these. So
We're
it's
not
probably
upping the
gonna be
prices. That's a total lie.
We need to see revenue, so we're upping the prices.
We don't even get to control the price tag on those.
Oh my god.
So go buy a T-shirt. Oh, call in for trivia.
There you go.
You can win a prize.
Mhm.
The questions are usually pretty easy.
How can they get in the running to to be a caller?
You just like the post, comment on it.
Yep, on Facebook.
Just say how much you love us, and we'll like your post and maybe choose you. Also, if you give a donation, we'll probably choose you as well. So.
That's true. We will do. I'll stand by that. You give us money, we will put you on the show.
I thought you were gonna say definitely not, but I mean, okay. Man, this is professional. I don't.
Yo, you can buy us. We have a price, and it's $5.
Yeah. You can buy us out if you really think we have a lot of
So
potential.
they're going to pay $5 to enter a
out.
chance to then go and get somebody to maybe or maybe not win.
No. They can be on the show for free if they get picked. But if they want to get on, $5 gets you in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Automatically.
Yeah. Unless there's multiple people that give us $5, then
but I mean, is that it?
We're not giving you your money back if you don't get on the show. All right.
No.
Is that fair?
Man, that just makes me want to donate right there. I'll tell you what.
Or you can just donate out of the goodness of your heart. All your money goes to good cause. Keeping on our lights.
Does it?
Is that it?
Yeah, that's good enough.
We love doing this.
Fun fact. My favorite color is blue.
It's like you always give a bio. It's
My
like
favorite color
earlier
is
said,
blue.
Earlier it's like, oh, this was a great episode on Auburn, Georgia. They know that. They know what was on already by now.
Oh, man. I think I've said my piece. Catch me in on Saturday. I'll be doing the outro again. Maybe I'll be a little more prepared.
Oh, yeah. I forgot to do my Twitter, @Norrisosaurus. Justin, you can spell it for everybody.
Norrisosaurus. It's like Noriss something. I don't even know.
Yep, that's it. You can find it there.
Yep.
Oh, my gosh.
You can find me at Twitter at no, you cannot. So, you can't find me there. You can also find me on Facebook and Instagram. No, you can't. And I think that's it.
Well, considering your phone
There's
number was
not
on
a
like
soul
the other episode.
listening anymore. Not a single soul is still listening to this.
I wouldn't blame them.
This is where we should start giving our juiciest info for the few, the proud that listen all the way to here.
All right, let's end it right here. Thank you for all that listen. We love y'all, and tune into our episode Saturday night. Peace. Oh, yeah. Would y'all like to say goodbye?
Yeah, I would love to say goodbye.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, goodbye.
See you later.
Justin, you forgot your new catchphrase.
War Eagle anyways.
There you go. You did it.